Just as hate knows love's the cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always. As now can't reveal the mystery of tomorrow, but in passing we'll grow older every day. Just as all is born is new, to know what I say is true, that I'll be loving you always. Until the rainbow bursts the stars out in the sky, until the ocean covers every mountain high, until the dolphin flies and parrots live at sea, until we dream in life and love becomes a dream. Did you know that true love asks for nothing? Her acceptance is the way we pay. Did you know that life has given love a guarantee to last through forever another day? Yeah. Just as time knew to move on since the beginning, and the seasons know exactly when to change. Just as kindness knows no shame, know through all your joy and pain, that I'll be loving you always. As today I know I'm living, but tomorrow could make me the past, but that I mustn't fear. For I know deep in my mind the love of me I left behind. I'll be loving you always, until the rainbow burns the stars out in the sky, until the ocean covers every mountain high, until the dolphin flies and parrots live at sea, until we dream of love and love becomes a dream. Yeah.
Yeah, that song's a warm-up for tonight, if you're going to any parties. I know this crowd loves staying up till midnight. So welcome, everybody. It's great to have you here today for our end of the year burning bowl. This year we're going to be doing a little visioning component too. So I'm going to ask you to resist the urge to write. And so let's just get this out of the way real quick. So you should have a pen, one pen, which is yours to keep. It's the official Center for Spiritual Living pen. So every time you use this pen, you will be writing in truth. And you need a card like this. So if you have any deep thoughts, scribble them on here rather than the flash paper, which is that little piece of tissue paper, which you don't want to use for anything else but the exercise that we're doing today. All right. And for those of you at home, welcome. My name's Reverend Dr. Michael McMorrow. I'm the senior minister, spiritual director for some here at the Center for Spiritual Living. We're in Granada Hills, California, in the North San Fernando Valley. So if this is your first time visiting us, welcome. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone here. Our musical inspiration today is Jill and David Olivas. Of course, now, David, you don't have second billing.
That's right.
Right, I'm just ladies first. Okay, fine. All right. And so we're delighted to have David and Jill with us today. And our own assistant minister, the wonderful Reverend Nancy Woods. Let's give her some love as well. And all of you as well, as we take a deep, conscious breath and release as we come together for our call to service, which we call Lighting the Flames of Faith. And we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths come from one universal presence, which we call spirit. And fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here this morning. So as Reverend Nancy lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. The second candle we light for shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, a way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. The fourth candle we light for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. The sixth candle we light for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. The ninth candle we light for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And the 10th candle we light for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, for the space we hold for them here at our center, within our online community, and of course, within our own hearts. And as Reverend Nancy lights the healing candle, remembering conflicts around the world, in Ukraine, Gaza, Israel, perhaps within your own heart, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
There is one flame that burns in our hearts. There is one light that shines through our love. We light this flame with faith. We light this flame with faith. We'll find this light within our own soul. There is one flame, one light within.
And I am so grateful to know and to understand that this light is within. The light of truth, the light of love, the light of harmony, and the light of peace. In this awareness and understanding that that which created all things is that which we are identifying ourselves with, knowing that we come forth from that divine presence, and that we have gathered here this morning with the awareness and understanding of this truth, so that we can open ourselves to a greater expression of it, a greater understanding and awareness of this truth and how it unfolds and develops in our lives. And with this understanding and this awareness, we allow ourselves to receive that which we need to receive, to know that which we need to know, and to experience that which we are ready to experience. All of this in an atmosphere of love, self-acceptance, and divine awareness. And it is with the consciousness of gratitude we let the law unfold in us, through us, this truth. And together we acknowledge it, let it be, as we say, and so it is. Good morning. It's nice to see this many faces here, you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, after so long, it's just like, wow. It really feels good to have everybody here. And this has been a very interesting and very beautiful holiday for me. Mostly because of my own learning and my own awareness. I stepped into a greater understanding this last few weeks that it's not my job to fix people. I keep learning this over and over again. I think I got it. I think I got it in a greater way, more than ever. Yeah, to understand it, some of them are laughing because they know how big my family is and how it is to have this many of them saying, do this, do you know this? But one of the things that I learned that when I experience somebody in my space, it's usually a tap on the shoulder that there is a place in me that it needs to be held in. So I welcome each and every opportunity. But one of the things, the beauty of that is that when they do come into my space, I know that the wonders of knowing the truth comes here. Knowing the truth comes here. And as I know the truth here, I'm blessed with the opportunity to see it unfold out there. So it is a great opportunity to be and have that experience as a practitioner. But one of the things that I have found is that if I hold on to the idea of fixing, I distort what I'm doing here, because that's part of the process. And so it's in that process of releasing that idea. Recently, as something came to me, I don't remember which author or which one. It was like, you don't get in the mud to try to help the person get out of the mud. So sometimes I get in there and I want to hold them. But I'm learning more and more. And, doing this as long as I have, you would think, sometimes I say, you would think you would get this. But I'm learning to do it even greater. And I kind of like the idea how my life is unfolding with the process, because I'm becoming more aware and more conscious of who and what I am and how I am being the light for myself as well as the light for anybody around me. And it's a better journey. It's a better journey because it's a sweeter one. Because that's what the whole thing is about. It's me figuring this out for me, how I'm going to be the divine presence that I know, that I'm trying to tell you are. That you stuff, you are. And that I'm being that myself. And I'm just grateful to be on this path. And I really feel good because my life is saying yes, yes. And it's saying yes more than it's ever said no now. It's just amazing. It just keeps unfolding in a beautiful and dynamic way. And thank you for letting me share that.
Home for the holidays. I believe I've missed each and every face. Come on and play one easy. Let's turn on every love light in the place. It's time I find myself totally surrounded in your circles. Oh, my friend, please celebrate me home. Give me a number, please celebrate me home. Play me one more song that I'll always remember, that I can recall whenever I find myself too all alone. I can sing me home. Uneasy highway, traveling where the westerly winds can fly. Somebody tried to tell me, but the man forgot to tell me why. I gotta count on being gone. Come on, baby, come on, darling, please. What you want from me? Oh, I'll be strong, I'll be weak, weak. Please celebrate me home. Give me a number, please celebrate me home. Play me one more song that I always remember, that I can recall whenever I find myself too all alone. I can make believe I'm never gone. Let me know where I belong. Play me a song. Please celebrate me home. Give me a number, celebrate me home.
David Olivas.
Perfect couple, don't you think? Oh, I love that sax. Beautiful music. Thank you so much. Wow. Talent up to me. Oh. Okay, I'm supposed to do an announcement. There's not many. If you want a 2-minute tune-up, there are a group of practitioners in this room, and practitioners, raise your hand. There are some things you might want to enhance for the year. Tap one of them on the shoulder and tell them to treat for it. Or you can, there's little slips out front that you can actually fill out and leave your request of what you're going to demonstrate this year. So utilize them. And if it happens during the week, you still want one, there's always one you can find at CSLGH.org, which is our website. You can always find a practitioner. This evening, we have a New Year's Eve drum meditation, and it's going to be in person and online, and that's going to start at 6 p.m. Also, we are selling our Lodge in Tahoe tickets, and we're selling them earlier because we want to give you more choices of when you could go. It's a fabulous one, a fabulous trip. You not only get a place in Tahoe for a week, but you also get $100 gas money. So see me, Nikki, and who else is selling these things besides me? Well, and Reverend Mike. Anyway, and if you want to sell some to your friends, see me, and I'll set that up for you also. And it's one ticket for $10 and 3 tickets for $25. So it's a wonderful trip. Okay, I've experienced it. So it's a wonderful gift. So would you stand and say the Declaration of Principles with me? We believe in one universal spirit, manifesting through all, natural and incarnated in us. We believe that the universal spirit is personal too, and reveals itself through everyone who recognizes its presence. We believe that our faith operates upon the law of mind, which automatically manifests in our experience according to that faith. We believe in the unity of all life, in the immortality of the individual soul, forever expanding. We believe in eternal goodness, eternal loving kindness, and the givingness of life to all.
I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, we are opening, my heart is ready to
Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Great to have you with us here in the room today, and good to have you joining us online for our annual Burning Bowl. Almost said competition. It's not a competition. I'm going to do it better than last year. Boom. I know. So first of all, before I get started, I want to thank Reverend Nancy Woods for hosting the 4 a.m. meditation this morning. She was actually here in person. I realized about Wednesday that I wasn't going to be able to do 4 a.m., 9 a.m., 10:30, because that would have meant showing up here in a suit and being in a suit until 12:30, and I'm not doing that even for you guys. I know. Oh, wow, indeed. All right, so everybody's got a little piece of flash paper, right? And you have an index card, 3x5 card. Did you get one, Ben? Okay, good. And a pen or some writing implement? All right, good. And this year, so how many have never done the burning bowl ritual before? Okay, so there's a handful of us. Most of us have done it. We're adding a little wrinkle this year, and now we're going to do a little mini visioning. A visioning. Mini visioning. Okay? Pay attention, and you'll love it. I promise you. All right. So we're just adding that little wrinkle in here. And for those of you who've been to a Science of Mind class before, you're familiar with this. For those of you who have not been to a class, this is something that we teach in all of the basic classes, and then we return to it pretty regularly. We vision for everything here at the center, and so it's a very powerful exercise, because what we're doing is we're moving out of the psychological and inviting the spiritual into our process. So many of us make resolutions every year. Is anyone still making resolutions? Oh, nobody here makes resolutions anymore. Okay. Well then, let's just do the burning bowl and forget it. So not even I'm going to eat, 2 less cookies a day. Do it daily. Okay, so there we go. So that's where we're headed. But what we're doing is getting away from the to-do list. We're getting away from the psychological and inviting the spiritual into the process. Now, before we get to that, I have this little graphic for you. Isn't that cool? Fire, the way you walk, you talk, no, never mind that. Take that image out of your mind. That's like 40 years ago. 40 years? 40 years? Maybe 45 years. I wanted to share with you this quote, not my dance moves, but this quote. The spark which burns at the center of our own soul is caught from the living and eternal flame of spirit. So many of us come to this teaching as spiritual refugees, right? We come from other faith systems that hopefully we've explored and, kind of played with it and maybe found that it just, there was nothing really wrong with it. It just wasn't enough. And so we go off searching, or maybe we grew up without any kind of religious training, if you want to call it that. And yet there's an itch within. There's something that's telling us that there's work left to do. I've come to see that as a divine itch. But in the old days, I would look for fixes out there, right? So even my spirituality was praying to icons that were out there, representations of God out there, representations of sky God, right? I heard someone say, the mad dad in the sky. And how to bring that to earth, which I think ultimately, as I came to study things a little bit more, I think that's really what the teacher Jesus was about, was how to bring God's imperial rule here on earth, right? Well, there's only one way that we can do that, and that's to align ourselves with this infinite power and presence. Now, how to do that? That's the rub, right? How to do that? Because we all set these, for those of us who've stopped doing resolutions, perhaps it's just because we haven't been very successful with them in the past, so why bother? Why set ourselves up for failure after all? Right? Because we all know that on Tuesday morning, you will not be able to get to the elliptical machine at the gym, because there's going to be so many people there. So I'm really impressed that I can do that long. All right. So we know that, so we come to suspect that there is, that to find this spirit within, right? There's another story I heard that God hid in the only place where humans would not think to look for him, and that was within our own hearts. So, New Year's Eve is a great way of re-upping our commitment to life. It's not really about re-upping our commitment to anything outside of ourselves. And for those of us who study metaphysics as a way of life, of knowing that there is a power and a presence behind this expression of life, that we can be both in relationship with and utilize to affect good in our life, that we are constantly looking for ways to take this divine spark, to fan that flame, and to allow the light of the Spirit to light our way. This is really what a vision is, right? We're allowing Spirit to light the way on our path because it is our vision. It's our vision. So you don't have to say 10 Hail Marys and 10 Our Fathers or 108 sutras. You just simply need to look within your own heart and to be open to whatever comes forward. And so that's what we're going to do here. Because, some of us, and it doesn't have to be some big, gigantic thing. Some of us have just been treading spiritual water for a while. We've been on shutdown for, we had a couple of years where we weren't supposed to be together, and then it took us about a year to figure out how to be together. And we're still kind of figuring that part out in ways within the individual and even just globally. We're trying to figure out how to do that. That for some, they're ready to be done with health concerns that have been bothering them. While others, and I think this is true for most of us, have ideas that have been gestating a while and now beginning to feel some labor pains. And now, I personally don't know what that feels like. But I do know what it feels like to feel like I'm inside of a shell and pecking away, trying to find my way out. I do know that. And I think that many of us may find ourselves in this place. So whether it's a new job, we're open to a new job, maybe a new relationship, or to deepen in the relationship that we're currently in, to have a new creative project, to start a family, or maybe to finally kick the kids out. Maybe that's it, or at least get their stuff out of the garage. That would be a good start. Right? So whatever it is, we have a vision for our life. So I encourage us to cast a vision for 2024 as a way to invite the Spirit in, and not for a way of simply creating goals and to-do lists. So that's not what we're doing here today. In fact, out of the vision may come goals, and out of your goals may come to-do lists. But that's not what we're doing here today. That comes later. Today we are recognizing that there is that within us that is nudging us to something different than our current experience, longing to express. So we're going to let Margie come on up here. Did you guys find a spot? Margie, come on over here. Come on up here, girl. We'll get you settled here. So remember that what we're doing, we're just capturing words. We're capturing ideas. Okay? And that this isn't a time to write War and Peace, because we don't have enough time for that. All right. So with that said, I want you to grab your 3x5 card. Nice to see you here, Margie.
Oh, nice to be here.
Yeah, good. So set yourself down there, girl.
All right.
And you can sit up here if you want. This is the seat of enlightenment here on the front row. Tell me if you feel any different after the service. All right. So we're going to go into a visioning exercise. We're going to write answers to 5 questions on this 3x5 card. And we're going to start by taking a deep breath and feel the release. Just setting aside any cares or concerns for the day. Any attachment to what comes next. Just allow ourselves to be here now. Just following the breath. Paying attention to the movement of the breath in the nostrils. See if your mind doesn't still just a wee bit. Being comfortable with the silence. So when we play with visioning, what we are inviting, the experience we are inviting here, extending an invitation to know what is the Spirit's highest vision for our life. What is my highest version of myself? Perhaps you prefer to see it that way. What is love's highest vision for my life? What is the creative impulse of life? What is Spirit's highest vision for my life? And when you get a hit on that, go ahead and jot it down on your 3x5 card. Okay, remember we're just capturing ideas here. All right, so capturing that idea, just with me, take a deep conscious breath. Release that. Feel the release, a kind of cleansing breath, if you will, to clear the mental palette. As we ask ourselves question number two, which is, what is my role in this vision? What is my role in this situation? What is mine to do without a to-do list? Okay, taking a deep conscious breath. Feel the release of that. So now for question number 3, and put a 3 by this. What must I release in order for the highest outcome of this situation to come about? So whatever your vision as it's emerging, what must I let go of? So a nice visual is the baggage that we're carrying around that we think we have to keep carrying. We can just let it go. Which is probably a thought form. What must I release and let go? Taking a deep breath there. And feel the release, particularly on this question. Feel the release. I release, I let go. For now, question number 4. What spiritual quality must I embrace for the highest outcome of this situation to come about? What new idea, what new way of being must I embrace? Having cleared the way, what am I now willing to embrace? What am I willing to step into to have a greater experience of life? Taking a deep breath on that notion and releasing that. And now, what else, if anything, would Spirit like to share with me around this situation? So any seemingly flippant idea that may have popped up, write that down, capture it. If anything, could be a feeling. Okay, so when considering this vision of our life, did we get another hit anywhere? Right, taking a deep breath and releasing that. So now you want to grab the flash paper that looks like a bit of tissue, but don't use it for that. It has chemicals in it. So you're going to go to question 3. What must I release? And then here's some words that might be good as kind of generalizations that you can use, but use any word you like. What is it that must be released to allow this vision to express through my life? Old ways of thinking. Obstacles that we're aware of. Maybe obstacles we're not aware of. Maybe we need to release confusion or worry. Take a deep breath, release that, and now on the flip side, what am I now willing to embrace? Who or what am I willing to step into now to allow this vision, right? To allow Spirit's highest idea for my life to make itself known. Again, whether you see that as your highest self, Christ consciousness, the Buddha mind, the creative impulse of life, it's through your unique, beautiful, valid interpretation of the Spirit. Taking a deep breath. And so I'm going to take the light from our healing candle. Bring it over to the bowl. So David and Jill are going to play some music for us. Well, David for sure, and maybe Jill. So here's the thing about the flash paper. It's important, remember, we are releasing and letting go. We're letting go. So when you light the paper, let go. All right? But allow that, this is like a very visual metaphor of release. So be very mindful as you come up. We're going to start over on this side. We're going to line up over here. Then I'm just going to ask you to do this very mindfully. If you can, just stay focused on the movement of the breath. Allow this to be even an extension of this meditation to come forward and just kind of do a little bow to the light, if you will, and then release. And then I'll give you a little informal blessing, and we'll go till we're done. All right, so when someone's ready, come on over here. It might as well be you. Why not? Okay, so we're going to let people line up behind you. Okay, so we're going to allow the person at the bowl to have, right? So we're not going to crowd in. Okay. All right, very good. As you're ready. flash paper? I need one more. Still joining us at home, for whatever your life vision is, joining us online, for that which you are now aware of, that you are now willing to release, and that receptive side of you that's now willing to embrace, we symbolically place this in the bowl for you. So taking a deep conscious breath, as we recognize and know that this burning bowl ritual is but yet another tool in our spiritual tool chest for releasing and letting go that which no longer serves us. That by means of this whole complete service together, including the burning bowl, that we, our heart has been cracked open, our mind is finding even now new ways, new dynamic, creative ideas, that the creative impulse of life is infusing itself even now with new dynamic, creative ideas, that our heart is being broken open in ways that allow us to express love courageously with all who need it, including possibly ourselves. So in one final acknowledgement to the real suffering that does happen in this world, we just take them all into our heart right now, those within our own community, facing challenges, or the planet as well, that we are knowing that there is but one power, one presence, one source, one life of the divine that is both impressing and expressing itself in, through, and as all of life. In, through, and as the law of its own being, which is creative. And so from this place of conscious union with the One, we are knowing a world that works for all. That we are knowing that even now, the various power brokers of the world are being infused with the infinite power and presence of the divine to see the world in a more wholehearted way. To see the world in a place where exercising power is an exercise in futility. That we are knowing that in ways that are mysterious and unknown, that they're on the quantum field, if you like, that there is a cosmic quantum infusion of love and light within the hearts and minds of all beings. So we step into this 2024 knowing that this is what we are here for. That love is what we are here for in 2024. So we just allow this day to resonate further through us as we say goodbye to the old and welcome in the new. right, so Jill will leave us, David will leave us. Let's give them some more love. So let's invite Chloe to bring up our offering basket. So if you've come prepared for an offering today in person, just make your way to the basket as we do the offering song. If you're still with us online, please take a moment to participate in the offering. All right, let's sing it in.
Spirit gives through me, Spirit receives through me, Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit gives through us, Spirit receives through us, Spirit lives and breathes through us. Spirit lives and breathes through us. Spirit gives through me, Spirit receives through me, Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me.
So going within for just a wee second longer, just taking a deep breath with me. As we understand that this basket represents both the generous heart of the individual and the receptive heart of this spiritual community. The generous heart of that individual who knows and knows that they know that God is our source, our substance, our supply. The receptive heart of this individual as we accept these gifts by whatever avenue they find their way to our center, through online giving, through the mail, through personal participation here in the center. That we accept these gifts with deep love and respect as we know together they go forth to heal, to prosper, to bless. Not only this spiritual community, but anyone connected to it in any way, including our new friends here today. So from this place of gratitude, we extend a blessing upon our community of Granada Hills, our city of Los Angeles, our state of California, our United States of America, all of its churches, temples, mosques, schools, universities, the people who attend them, the people who support them. That we know for our planet as well, in some crazy cosmic quantum way, that all of us is an emanation from the very mind of the living Spirit. And to the extent that we know this to be so, we see its full demonstration in ways great and small. This lifts our heart. We feel a sense of grace and power that propel us into this new life's vision for 2024 as we fully step into the idea that love is what we are here for in 2024. So we just release it all now, knowing it's raising not only our own life, but the lives of those around us. And that's a good thing. And together we acknowledge this by saying, and so it is, amen. So please help me thank here in the room and home on the chat. Jill and David, thank you. Great having you here. Happy New Year to all. And we do have these shift and lift buttons. So if you're working on something big this year, you just do it a little bit at a time, one wheelbarrow load at a time. We'll get that pony out of that pile sooner rather than later. So grab that. So just they're available. Take them. And also, I just want to also express my gratitude to all of you for this past year. It's been very gratifying. I feel very blessed to be able to lead this community. And thank you all very much. And Happy New Year. All right. And of course, the wonderful Reverend Nancy Woods to pray us out. What could be better besides a minister who stops talking?
it's with the consciousness of gratitude. I thank the law of the universe and know and I trust it. I trust it fully and completely as I know that each and every dream, intention, idea that has been set forth is now in demonstration, fully and completely. And as I know this, I know that today we have recognized the true power to create with the divine in a greater and more expanded way so we can accept it. We go forth with joy to experience the fruit of our own desires and consciousness. And it is so with love and appreciation in our heart, we celebrate the law and its fulfillment. And we truly feel its fulfillment as we say together, and so it is.
We're going to join hands for the peace song. Let there be peace